Hello everyone, welcome back to Code Money. I hope you all are doing great. So let's start with this video. In this video, we are going to implement Razorpay Payment Gateway using Node.js. Okay, so just create a folder, any folder of your choice name, and then go to that directory or folder, whichever you have created. In this folder, first what we need to do is just go to your terminal. This is your terminal. Press Ctrl J, then you can open your terminal. So come to your terminal, go to the directory wherever you want to create your app, and then type npm init. So this is your package name, this is your app name. Press enter, and then keep the default version as it is, then press enter. Keep the description. If you want to add, you can add as well. And then entry point, we are going to add server.js. And if you want any kind of test command, you can add it. And GitHub repository, then keywords, press enter. Author name, let's say Code Money. Okay, and then whichever license you want. Let's say the type is module. Okay, now press yes because we want to init the package. Now you can see the package is created. As you can see the name, here we have Razorpay and the version. After that we have description. So this is a payment gateway integration. Okay, and then here we have the license, we have the author name, type which is module, and this is going to be our base file which we are going to run, which is server.js. And then you have some test script as well. Now let's install all the required packages which will be needed. So let's type npm install cross origin resource sharing. So you have to install this, and you can type crypto. We also need crypto. You can also install .env because we are going to add all the files from the .env environment variables, because certain secret keys will be required to implement this app. And Express. Okay, and then Mongoose to connect your MongoDB. And then we have PDF toolkit, which is like if you want to generate any kind of recipe. So we are just keeping it, but we will not be implementing it. So then the final but most important, Razorpay. So first do this, npm install all these packages. Now our packages are installed successfully. As you can see, these are up to date, audited 118 packages. And in the package.json file as well, we can see here clearly that some dependencies are installed. So these are the dependency, cross origin resource sharing. These are the respective versions. These are the packages which need to be installed to run our app. And then we also need to add a start, right? You can add a start, like you can add of your choice, but my choice is server.js because the access file is server.js, whichever the main file is for running the backend. So I am naming it. And then after doing all this, now our packages are set up, node modules are installed. After that we are going to set the env file. So just create a .env file, and then we are going to set all the environment variables here only. So let me write all the things which are required for the .env file. First, you need the Razorpay EID. Okay, you need this, and what you all need is you also need a Razorpay secret. Okay, and what you also need is you need a Mongo, which is a MongoDB URI, or we can say URL, right? You need this, and also you need the port number. Let me set this port number as 5000. Okay, so these are all the secrets which you need. I am not showing because this is confidential. So what you can do is you can simply go to the Razorpay website and do register yourself for free, and you can access your Razorpay key ID and Razorpay key secrets from there. Also, you can go to the MongoDB Atlas website and you can create a MongoDB cluster ID. So you can go there and access that. I'm going to set this later on. So for now, I have named the environments, and now let's create some folders. Let me create a folder of name configuration, and we also need some controllers. Let's create a new folder which is models, and then we have receipts. If you want to generate a receipt, on if you, that is optional. If you want to do that, you can, and if you don't need, just avoid it. And then finally we need to set the routes. So there is a folder for the routes. Okay, let's start with the configuration. In the configuration, let's first set our database. So let's create a database file. Let me create a dv.js. Okay, so first what we need to do is we need to import mongoose from mongoose. Okay, and then we need to create a const connect db. Okay, and then sync. After that, create an arrow and come here. Then we are going to create a try statement, try and catch to handle the error. And then you have const connect and create an await. Then what you should do is mongoose dot connect, and in the connect just set the process dot environment, and then the mongo URI, which is mongo underscore that I have already set in my environment variables. And then what you can do is you can create a console.log file, and in the console.log file you can pass a message. Let's say mongodb is connected, and you can also set the pass the dollar sign, and in the you can pass the connection host. Okay, and after doing this you have to create a catch statement to handle the error, and in this you can pass the error. Here you can write the console dot error code, console dot e error, and in this you can pass a message mongo db connection error. Okay, and here you can simply give the error whichever you have got. So the error dot message, and now what you have to do is you have to give the process an exit. So process exit with status 1. Okay, so what we are doing is here we stop the server if the db fails. If the db fails, we are stopping the server here. And then finally export the default. Okay, export the default, and its name is connect db. this is to be exported for other files, so its name is connectdb. Now let's come to the controllers, and let's create a file. Let's name the file as payment controller.js. Okay, in this file, what first we need to do is import Razorpay. From Razorpay, let me tab, and then what you need to import is import crypto from crypto. Okay, and then import file system, import fs from file system. After that, you can import the PDF document. You can import the PDF document. From PDF kit. Okay, and then you can simply import the payment from like we are going to create a file which is payment.js in the models. So I am just importing that file here from directory models, and I am going to create a, let me create a file here which is named as payment.js. Let me name this as payment.js. So this file is created, and here what you should do is, now in the directory we have a payment.js file. Okay, after that, here what we are going to do is we are going to create the order. Okay, now let's start coding this. Export const create order. Okay, and in the create order, what you should do is a sync, and then we are going to handle the request and generate a response. So here we have the request. Let's say this is the request, and you have response. Okay, and for this, let's add a try and catch. So in the try, you should create a const with let's pass the amount. Okay, whatever amount it is, and the email. Let's give some space. Okay, now request dot body. Here what we have done is we have added the email is added. Okay, and then let's create another const. Let's create another const which is const to handle the instance, and in the instance, let's say there is new Razorpay. Okay, and simply you can give the key ID, and in the key ID what you should do is process, and in the process we have the environment, and in the environment we are going to pass the Razorpay key ID. Okay, and below this what you should do is you also give the key secret. In the key secret you should process environment Razorpay key secret, and add here semicolon. After this, you need to check for options, which options are available. Options. Okay, what you are choosing, which kind of payment method you are choosing, and whether you want to generate a receipt or not, you are also choosing that. So let's say we are going to add a default amount, which is amount. So, okay. So in this option, we are also going to add a currency. The currency is, let's say, INR. So we have added Indian currency, and let's say we are going to generate a receipt of name, receipt underscore, and along with the date, in which on which date or time you are doing the transaction or the payment. So date dot now. Now we have created the date as well. So after this, what we are going to do is we are going to create order. Okay, and in the order we are going to add some options. So let's do that. Const order is equals to await instance. Okay, an instance orders dot create, and we are going to pass the options. Now what you should do is you should save the initial order info. Okay, let's create an await payment dot create, and in this create, what we should do is first we should pass the order ID. You have the order ID. Okay, and let's say we have the order, we have a order, and then we have the ID. And after that, what is the amount that is being created, or that is being credited or debited? So amount, by default we are taking 100, and then we have the currency, which is INR. Okay, and then you can simply add the email as well. Like, it is not mandatory to add. And then show the status we can show created. It is created. We need to create a response.json, and in the response.json, what you should do is you can pass a success message, and in the success you can add it as true and the order. Now if there is any error, any kind of error occurs, so we are going to catch that error. And let's say there is an error and we need to catch it, so we are going to create a catch, and in the catch response dot status 500, let's say there is error and JSON. So we are going to throw an error, like error, and in the error we are going to use pass, right? Whichever error message you have, you should show that to the user. Overall, now we have created the order. Okay, similarly in the same way we also need to create a receipt PDF, whether you want to generate a receipt of the PDF. So let's say we need to generate the receipt of PDF. So here, generate the receipt of PDF. Now let's create the const again, generate receipt of the PDF, and in this we are going to pass the payment. Okay, and then we have whichever folder you want to pass, like you want to create receipts to in the same directory, so we are going to pass it. Like I'm going to give it a name as receipts. Okay, here the receipt will be generated, and if not file system dot exist sync, what you should do is you should pass the folder, like wherever you want to save your file. So it will simply do make directory sync, and you can pass the folder here, right? After that, if you want to decide the PDF path, so you can do is PDF path, right? And here you can do simply, you can use backtick and dollar symbol. You can pass the folder, okay, which is folder, and you can go to the receipt underscore the dollar sign, and then you can pass the payment ID. Now let's create a new const doc, which is new PDF document. Okay, let this be document, and then const write stream where we do file system dot create write stream. Okay, select this create write stream, and then provide the PDF path. After that, document.pipe, okay, and then pass the write stream, and then provide the font size of the document in which you have to generate the receipt, and then let's say I'm providing 22 as the font size, and then I am going to add the text payment receipt. Okay, and in the payment receipt I am also going to provide the alignment. So let's say the alignment I am giving is center, where to align this text, and that's all. It was all about this one. After that, we are going to add a new function which is move down, so that we can move down to the receipt, and in the document we are also going to add the font size. After moving down, let's say the font size is text, and in this text we are going to pass the order ID. We have order ID, okay, and then what we should do is we are going to add a dollar symbol, and in this dollar we are going to add the payment order ID, right? This is done. This is all complete. Now what we should do is we should create a text for the payment ID as well. So document.text, we are going to add the text, and in the text we are going to pass the payment ID, which is your payment ID, and here we are going to give the dot payment ID. Now after creating the payment ID, like we are going to generate the text for the payment ID. Similarly, we are going to just copy the same, and we are going to create the document.text, like let me zoom in. So you can see here we can create this, and after that what we are doing, the amount you have paid, we are going to just give the text for it, and then what is the status, whether it is a success or whether it is failed. So we are going to provide this as well here, and the date according to your local time, whichever your local time is, according to that on which you have done the transaction, we are going to pass it in the form of local string, right? And then we are going to end the document. After that, we are going to return the PDF path, because this is the path we are going to return. And after this, we are going to create a new const which is used to verify the payment. Now we have to create a new const. So come down and we have to create a new const. Let me create this like this. And we have new, which is verify the payment. Okay. Here we are going to create this. So let me start coding this. Export const, and let me name this as verify the payment. Okay. And sync. After that, you can provide the request response, request and response. You can pass them, and then you have arrow here. After that, you can add the try. And in the try, what we are going to do is we are going to pass order ID, payment ID, and the signature which is created after doing the payment. So let me write the const, and in the const we are going to give the order ID, right? And then you have the payment ID. Also, you have the signature. So we are going to give all these things, and in this we are going to provide it a request body. Okay. After that, we are going to create the body, which is the order ID plus you are plus and you are going to, let's say you are going to provide a separation, and then we are going to add the payment type, right? And after that, we are going to create a const for expected signature. For expected signature, we are going to create this. And in the expected signature, what you should do is you can use the crypto create HMAC. Okay, you can use this. And what we are going to do, we are going to create the SHA256 SHA256 with the process, and we are going to use the environment which is our razor key secret. Okay, so we are going to use the razor key secret for doing this. After this, what we are going to do is we are going to update the body. So we are going to update the body to string. So to string, we are going to use to string. And after that, we are going to do the digest to string digest. And in the digest, what you are going to do, you are going to provide the hexa value. Okay, because the string or signature value can reach to a hexa, so we are going to do that. Let me just read this. So you can now see that we have created expected signature, and this is the code for it. And after creating the expected signature, we are going to add a if condition. If the expected signature is not equal to the signature, which is your actual signature, so let's create it. If the expected signature is not equal to the signature, okay, then what we are going to do, we are going to return the response status as 400 in the JSON. And you can pass the success status. By default, it is false. Okay, and then we have message. So if the expected signature is not matching the signature, that means there is no match and it is a false condition. We can add the invalid signature. Okay, that's it. It is signature. After this, we are going to write a recept path, and we have already done this. And first, let's do the payment update status. So we are going to update the payment status. Update the payment status, whether it is success or a failure. So let's create a const payment, and in the payment, what you do is you can create a await and payment. In the payment, you do find one and update. So let's create find one and update. Okay, so now what we are going to give is we are going to do the order ID and payment ID with the signature status as success. So we are going to add here payment ID. Okay, in the payment ID, you are going to also provide the signature and the status. Okay, in the status, let's say this is done, so we are going to add success. If the payment is success after a failure, so we are going to update the status. And after this, you can also add new true. Okay, so this is a new status, right? After this, we are going to generate the PDF receipt. So this is done, and after this, we are going to generate the PDF receipt. So here what you need to do is const receipt path is equals to generate the receipt PDF, and here you are going to pass the payment, right? After that, payment dot receipt path, or you can say receipt URL, right? Let's say receipt path, and this is URL, let's say. So you are going to provide the receipt path here, and then await payment dot save. We are going to save the payment in the PDF, and then you are going to provide the JSON structure, right? In the JSON, what you are going to add is, let's say there is success, which is true, and after that you are going to provide a message, payment verified successfully. Okay, and then we are going to give the receipt URL, which is the receipt path. Okay, this is all done. So then we are going to create a catch. Here also we are going to create a catch. We are going to catch the error, and you can create a response. Status you are going to provide 500 because this is an error, and in the JSON you are going to provide the error in the JSON format. So in the error, you are going to give the error with the message, whichever message you are going to give, or whichever the message of error is. So this is done. This is all about the next, which is verify payment. So verify payment is done. After this, we are going to create a for the download receipt. This is all done, and then we have the download receipt. So now we have to create for the download receipt. Let's quickly create it. Export const download receipt, and then request response. You have the request and response. Okay, and then what you should do is you can create a const payment id. You can create a payment id, pass the payment id, and in the request you can provide the parameters. Okay, then what you should do, you can provide the file path. So you can create a name file path, and then you are going to provide the receipts folder wherever you are going to save the receipt. Let me just quickly try to complete this. Now you can see that I have added the file path. So here const we have added the file path in the receipts, and in the receipt you can give the payment id, and here you can add it as a pdf. So your receipt will save as a pdf format file, and if it is not the file path is not specified, so receipt is not found. Okay, you can simply create that, and then you can also create a response, download the file path. Okay, and you can simply download your pdf file, whichever receipt you have created. Now let's quickly code the payment.js file. Let me try to save this file first, and let's create the payment.js file. So now what we do is we import the mongoose. We import the mongoose from mongoose. Okay, you have to create a payment schema. You have to create a payment schema here. You can define the new mongoose, and in the new mongoose you can provide the schema of your database. And then what we should pass is we have to give the order id. So first let's say we are providing the order id. Order, what is the format of order id? It is a string. Okay, and then we have the payment id, and payment id is also a string. Payment id is also a string, and then we are going to give the signature. Signature is also a string. After that we are going to give some amount which is to be added after the transaction is done. So it is a type of number, and then currency is a type of a string. You can also give the receipt url if you want, and then we are going to give the receipt url, which is a string. Okay, so we are going to provide all the pdf file path here, and you can also provide the status. Let's say I'm going to provide the type, and in the type I'm going to give it as a string. Status, by default, let's say the status is pending. Okay, so the transaction is still pending by default. And what you can do is you can also add some timestamps. So you come here, and you can add some timestamps as well. So in the timestamps, let's say this is true, so that you can record the transaction details more well, on which time the transaction is done. Okay, you can provide that, and then you simply export it. Export the default mongoose model. Okay, in this you can give the payment. It is a payment model, and you can pass the name payment schema. Okay, now our payment.js file is completely done. It is completely fine. So till now we have created the package JSON, we have defined it, we have added the .env, we have created the db.js, we have created the payment controller JS, and also we have created the payment. Now in the recept folder, let's create a create recept.js. Let's create recept.js file, and in the JS file, let's first import the file system from fs, and then we are going to import the pdf document pdf document pdf document from pdf kit. Okay, from pdf kit. After that, we are going to generate the recept pdf. So let me quickly type the code. Now I have completed the code for the create recept.js. In this, what I have done is, first I have done export const generate recept pdf, and then I am going to pass the payment, same that I have done in the payment controller.js and payment.js. So now I am going to provide the pdf path wherever I want to generate the receipt with the payment id in the form of a pdf file. So that's why I am providing .pdf, and then const document pdf document. So you are going to create a write stream for it, and then you are going to provide the pdf path. After that, I am going to decide which font size should be of the text in which the payment receipt should be generated. So I am going to provide an alignment as well as a center, and then we are going to simply do the move down. After that, we are going to create the font size for the payment id, like whichever the payment id is, you are going to save in the receipt, and this is the font size of that payment id. This is the order id text, and these are some more text you can add according to your requirements. This is the status, this is email, and this is the date according to your local time zone. And then we are going to end the document and return the pdf path. So now our create recept.js is completed. After that, let's come to the routes. It is very important. So let's create a file in the routes which is named as like I am going to give it a name as payment routes.js. So now let's try to code this file. Import express from express. Okay, we are going to use Express.js here, and then what you should do is you should import the create order. Okay, create order, and then we are also going to import the this is create order. Okay, and I am also going to import the verify the payment. Okay, and one more thing I need is download the receipt. So download the receipt from the payment controller.js file. All these things. After that, I am going to create a router in which I am going to use the express router. Okay, and this will be uppercase express router, and then create the Razorpay order. Okay, and here what we are going to do is router dot post, we are going to add the path. So let's say I am going to give it as order. Okay, and in the order I am going to give the create order. So here I am going to create the order, and then I need to verify the order as well, verify the order. Okay. And here what I am going to do is router dot post, and here I am going to provide it as a path verify. When I will go to the browser, I can simply type in the URL verify/verify, and I can verify my payment. Then I'm going to add this function. After that, you can download the PDF receipt. So here I am going to router.get. Remember, I am doing get here. I am not doing post because I am downloading a file. And then you can provide the receipt. After that, you can provide the payment ID as well, for which you have done that, and you can download the receipt, right? And then we are going to export this, export default, which is router. Now our backend is complete. We have configured the database, we have added the payment controller.js, and we have added the model, which is payment.js file. And in the receipt, we have created the create receipt for creating the type of receipt, and then we have added the payment routes as well. Now let me quickly create a index.html file. Now let me write the code quickly. Now I have completely written the HTML code to access using a button. So what I have done is, like, I have created the title here, and then in the body I have created a heading to h2. Let's say I am going to try with a 1 rupee test payment, and then I am going to create a pay button. Okay, and in the pay button I am going to provide the link of the checkout. Okay, I am here providing the script, and get element by id, which is pay button, and on click you have the function. So what you are doing is you are just creating an order response, and then in the local host I am also going to provide the name of the URL. Okay, you are performing a post application, and then you are going to provide the amount. Okay, in this step 2, open Razorpay payment pop-up, and then you are going to create a const options. And here what you can do is you can provide your key ID. Whatever key ID is in your environment, you can also provide here as well, right? You can provide it here for the testing point of view. And then we are going to simply provide the amount, currency, name, test payment, and then you are going to give the description of the transaction, right? We are going to create a handler, async function, response, console log, Razorpay response, and here we are going to verify the Razorpay response. Let me just show this code to you. So we are going to verify the payment using this code, and const verify response, await fetch, and method post header content type JSON file. In the JSON body, what we are going to do is we are going to create a response, Razorpay order ID, payment ID, and the signature. Okay, and then we are going to verify the data, and if it is verified, we are going to send payment is verified successfully and the message. I have added a color theme as well. You can do this, and then Razorpay new options. So we are going to open the pop-up, and then we are going to close the HTML body. So now our full stack app is complete. Now we just need to add the .env. So remember, you need to register for the Razorpay payment. Go to the link of the Razorpay I have mentioned in the description below, and set your environment variables. Let me set all the environment variables. Now our front end is complete, our back end is complete. One file which is remaining is the main file which we have to create, which is named as server.js. So let's quickly create the file server.js so that we can run our code. Now what you should do is import Express from Express, right? And then you should import the .env to import the environments. Let me quickly complete this code. Now I have completely written the code for the server.js file as well. So these are the import statements. You are importing Express, and then we are importing .env, and cross origin resource sharing for running both the front end and back end without conflict. And then we are going to do the connect db. Okay, we are going to connect the db.js file, and then we are going to import the payment routes. Okay, in the payment routes we are going to configure the .env config file and then connect the db. So here what we are going to do is, like, we are going to connect the db. Okay, and then we are going to create a app. Okay, and then in the app we are going to pass the express. We are going to use the JSON and cross origin resource sharing. Here we can access our API, which is API payment. Okay, and then we are going to listen to the port number. Port is 5000. So here we have already added the port 5000. Okay, you can access that, and we are going to provide the message such that we can ensure that our server is running fine. Now let's try to run our app. Let's try to test it, whether we are able to run the payment integration or not. So now I am in my terminal, and let me quickly try this command node server.js. Because why I'm doing server.js? As you know that in the package.json file, I have already set this as main file to run my code. So I am setting server.js. Now let's try to quickly run this file. Now as you can see the status code, MongoDB is connected successfully and the server is running on the port 5000. So let's try to access the index.html file. Let me quickly go to this file. It can be accessed. Let me just go to this file. Okay, so now I can access this. Let me try to run this file in the browser. Okay, so now I can access this. This is a very basic test front end I have created. Now let me click on the pay now button. Our payment gateway is working fine. I hope you guys have implemented it successfully and it is also running on your computer as well. If it is not running on your computer, so I am going to provide you the complete code in the repository, and you can access the repository link in the description below so that you can access the code. And you just need to set your environment files, and you need to set the path whichever you are providing to add or save your receipt. This was all about this video. Do like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.